Welcome back to my channel. It's Mama Beauties here. Hit that subscribe button. This is a place where your opinion matters, and hate I will not tolerate. I've always pulled for the underdog, and so even if I don't agree with what the underdog is saying, as soon as you start bullying, then I am going to come to their rescue. Nobody deserves to be bullied if their opinion doesn't match yours. That's just the bottom line. Now, I have been so fortunate to have great subscribers. You guys are all acting like adults. The comments are awesome. And I just am in awe by you guys. And I just am so appreciative that everybody is being nice. And it's just great. I've seen other YouTubers do this, and it's just appalling how nasty it gets in the comments. Now, it could still get that way, but I want y'all to know that I will delete hateful comments immediately, and I will not tolerate that, okay? So we will not be a channel that bullies over here. We are a firm believer in what everyone has to say matters, okay? It matters. This is YouTube, so what people say matters. And so we respect opinions, we agree to disagree, and we're still friends. So let's just, everybody keep it like that. I'm so proud of you guys. Now, this video is about 3 books that are coming out, you guys. 3. That's right. I said 3. The first book we all know about, Kathleen Houston, and her book is supposed to be coming out in July, I believe. And hers is All My Broken Pieces. Now, what we know about that book is that the first chapter was read on J is for Justice's channel. Kathleen Houston is writing it. She likes to get close to the victims in the case, so she's going to get close to Shanann, and the best way she can with her not being with us anymore. So she is going to try to put herself in her shoes, from what I've been told. And the chapter that was leaked was Cindy's chapter, and that's why everyone thought that Cindy was writing the book, because it was just the chapter on her. And the whole reason that got leaked out is because Kathleen Houston sent that chapter to Jamie. She thought she could trust someone. She sent it to that person, and they sold it and leaked it, okay? So those are the chapters that you guys are reading. Kathleen Houston is her name, and she said that in this book, even in the first few chapters, that Chris killed them all in the basement. And she said that if he didn't, then he at least tried to. So she sounds like an author that will dig in and answer some of these questions, but unfortunately, we have to wait till July. In chapter 1, she asked Chris over and over, why did you kill the children? Because there's no way in Hades that he killed the children so Nicole wouldn't find out that Shanann was pregnant. That doesn't make any sense. So she starts the chapter also talking about how sweet and kind that Jamie and Cindy are. And she says that he did not kill for what he's saying, that he had secrets to hide. And she makes the readers think about this. And she said, whose secrets were not being let out by killing Shanann? It would have to be Chris's secrets, right? She also says that Nikki knew about the pregnancy by Googling, plus Shanann's Facebook had it all over it, and Nikki was reckless since she was doing this in her dream job. She was saying that this was her dream job, but at her dream job, she started messing with a higher up and a coworker. So we don't know if there was a dating policy in Anadarko, but I guarantee you that she was, and the author agrees with me, Kathleen Houston wrote this in her book too, that she had to be terrified every day that Shanann was going to find out and call and get her fired. That's all she would have to do is give her a call, give the company a call and say that she is fraternizing at work with her husband. And so Nikki was afraid of that. Now, the author, Sherilyn Cadle, was on Armchair Detective and was in his comments and trying to ward off some of this negative stuff that she's getting over the texts that were exposed. She said that the texts were altered, of course, but she admits that she's under contract with Dr. Oz right now, and that is the reason why she cannot appear on anything right now. And that the Dr. Oz episode should be aired by November 16th, and she plans on doing a interview with Armchair Detective. Now, she may not do that anymore because as soon as she said she was going to do that interview, people in the comments where she was started hating and giving her a really, really hard time. And so I'm not sure if she's going to do it or not, but we can count on the Dr. Oz episode coming probably the second week of November. Now, I want to address this ridiculous thing that Chris is saying that he's going to have a baby with Anna in prison, and everyone is speculating how that's going to happen. First of all, Chris is never getting out of prison. Second of all, they don't ship his bodily fluids out, so she can't get inseminated. And third of all, I don't think I believe this. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a rumor that is saying Chris is trying to have a baby with the Anna girl. The girl that was in the documentary of driving drunk and she almost died and really bashed up her legs really bad. Well, evidently she had a dream that she had Chris's baby, and Chris had a dream that he had her baby, and so they're talking about having this baby. Now, we all know how YouTube gets and that rumors get crazy and it spreads like wildflowers. So, I don't know if there's any truth to this. It sounds absolutely delusional and absurd, and I just think it's ridiculous. And there are no conjugal visits in Wisconsin. There are only 6 prisons in the whole country that allows conjugal visits. And I doubt that Chris is going to get a transfer. He's actually terrified of getting a transfer right now because he's afraid he's going to go to where El Chapo is in Colorado. So he really likes it in Wisconsin and he doesn't want to leave. And so I just think that whole issue is hogwash. Also, the author admitted that she cannot appear on any channel because she's under contract with Dr. Oz. I already told you that. And the DSS story in the book that the author asked Chris about, Shanann not being able to be around her girls for more than 90 minutes a day. I personally believe Cindy Watts was behind all that. Cindy said all that. She was feeling like she was looking like the bad guy, and so she wanted to make sure that Shanann looked like the bad guy. I never believe ever that Shanann had an open DSS case and was not allowed around her children. And I cannot believe after Sherilyn said that she wasn't going to put all that stuff that was said about Shanann in the book because it was hateful and cruel, that she would add that DSS comment in there. That was just rude. She could have looked it up. She could have done anything, and instead she put it in parentheses that it's not true. But why put it out there in the universe? Ridiculous. And so she said on a YouTube channel, he'll never get out, and she is no longer on Chris's visitors list. From the research that I've done, they have had a falling out, and Sherilyn Cadle is not talking to any of the Watts. The Dr. Oz episode is coming soon. We can expect her to appear on the Armchair Detectives channel after that. And there is another book coming out in July. And it is already being pre-sold on Amazon right now. You can look it up. And it is by a crime journalist called John Glatt. And it's called The Perfect Father. And so it comes out on July 21st of 2020. And I am super excited about that book. And I can't wait to review it with you guys like I did this last one. But I want to give you a little tidbit out of it. Since it's already being pre-sold, they do have a little clip-it from it. And it goes like this. And it is written so much better than Sherilyn's book. I mean, you can tell that this guy is a journalist and he has writing experience because it just flows. In the early morning hours of August 13th, 2018, Shanann Watts was dropped off at her Frederick, Colorado home by a colleague after returning from a business trip. It was the last time anyone would see her alive. By the next day, Shanann and her 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, had been reported missing, and her husband, Chris Watts, was appearing on the local news, pleading for his family's safe return. But Chris Watts already knew that he would never see his family again. Less than 24 hours after his desperate plea, Watts made a shocking confession to the police. He had strangled his pregnant wife to death and smothered their children and dumping their bodies at a nearby oil site. Heartbroken friends and neighbors watched in shock as the movie star, handsome, devoted family man they knew was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. The perfect mask Chris had presented into the world in his TV interviews and the family's Facebook accounts was slipping. And what lay beneath was a horrifying image of instability, infidelity, sexual ambivalence, and boiling rage. In the first major account of the case, best-selling author and journalist John Glatt reveals the truth behind the tragedy and constructs a chilling portrait of one of the most shocking family annihilator cases of the 21st century. And that is the books that are coming out. Also, be looking for my story tomorrow. I'm going to come on here and let you guys know about my story and what happened to me and how I almost died in Frederick, Colorado. And so I am sharing this story, hoping that I can touch somebody that is unsure whether or not they're in a domestic violence relationship or not, and that if I can just keep one person from being hurt and help one person escape, then it's worth telling my journey. And I, again, appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will not be posting this many videos every day, but I did want to hurry up and get that book finished. And I have so much content and so much stuff that I want to share with you guys. So I'm super excited to get started. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to get into my giveaway. We are almost at 600 subscribers, you guys. It's only 400 more and I'll be able to go live, take your questions, answer anything and everything. I am an open book. I have nothing to hide. I would love to share my journey with you guys. There are going to be times that you are shocked and amazed that I've been through these things. But I'm here to tell it. And so that is the biggest blessing in all, is that I am a survivor and that I am willing to bring my story to light. And I'm willing to share it with others in hopes that I can help someone be a survivor too. Bye.